So here we go, kids, back to school. Our 2002 PT Cruiser Derby car is complete. So just a look here, we went with, shout out to my little girl, Nora. I said, honey, why don't you help me paint this year, this car for this year? And she said, okay. So I said, what can we do? And she said, what about like a back to school thing? I said, oh, that's a great idea. And I said, I have my stop sign stencil that I made last year. We made just a cutout of notebook for like tablet paper, and that's supposed to be an iPad one there. My Magic School Bus Kids, I kept the file I had saved with that. And then we made a pencil stencil in the back. So the lights in that I still had. So that was the theme, the doors there. I thought it was a great idea. So shout out to her. Rules, bus rules on the back, of course. School bus, you got to have your rules. No sandbagging, no teaming, and hit. Kind of a tongue-in-cheek reference to sandbagging. Of course, you're hiding in the corner. Teaming, you're, you and another guy are tag teaming somebody. It's just not really a fair fight. Roughing his car up. And then hit, that's the whole point of Durban. Over here again, the iPad, which is what the clubhouse is supposed to be there, the button in the center. We just used black, it was all we had. And then there's my stop sign. So Magic School Bus, we got our Demolition Noobs on YouTube. Watch it for free. Try to let people know they can watch the Derby and kind of how to build these stock builds. So that is her. It's the end of August. Schools are starting back up. Next week is when our school district in this area starts up because there's a big fair. So shout out to all the kids going back to school. So just a couple things to point out. Again, my 3/8 wrench, or bolts rather, and my chain there. That's simple setup to keep that safe. I have my ratchet strap again, not only as an armrest, if you will, but also secure in the back of that seat. Again, just a rear support bar. I am getting better at my welds. Not great, but good enough. And this one's got a little gap, but that shouldn't be an issue. The car is solid. We are running the stock tank. Again, in these PT Cruisers, the tank is all the way up here. I mean, it's so far in front of the axles. The only thing I'm a little bit nervous with this one about, and you can see from the side here, if you didn't see my build video, and over here, this vehicle was in an accident. And it hit inside of both, and it pressed into the tank. So I definitely don't want to take a hit on the passenger side and here to where it is going to push directly on the tank as I'm running it, the stock tank, and also the other stuff. But should be good to go. The only other thing are the wheels up front. They're a little bit, as you can see, angled in. Again, it was in an accident, but everything seems solid from the transmission to the motor that has barely 100,000 miles. It is good to go. So that's a look at everything outside. Again, shout out to my Nora. She did all the painting, great job. Look under the hood. So looking under the hood, you'll first notice we have a Caravan hard bumper. Again, my welds are getting better, at least I think. But we have no radiator. So we took the core support off, pulled the radiator. Again, my build, I mentioned how the battery box there, wanted to get that out. This is that computer that on the 2002 model is bolted outside, so I pulled it up and in to get it out of the way. And then again, just my U-bolts with the battery lines and secure all that. But the lines are looped. Again, if you're gonna loop lines, you gotta have that piece there, and that's the overflow. Not only to fill it if you need to, but this one I can fill on top, but also for an overflow. Otherwise, you'll blow the line and blow everything out the back. All right, we got a lot going around us today. I had to stop there, but just the other things I wanted to point out up front. You can see the spray foam again, stock wiring, not ideal. Had a guy mention in the comments that you can, I believe it's on the driver's side, unhook it and pull it all the way through. I don't like to do that, messing with wires. I also don't like to get in. I mean, it's just not like it's super easy to get to. So we just kind of pulled it back and secured it with some spray foam on the frame rails. Same thing with the computer there, got it as far inside, sprayed it. Again, got the lines looped here. You can only see part of it, but the piece is right inside there. I just put a little spray foam to secure that, and that all there is good to go. And then the only other thing, again, dummy sensor. You can use either an extra sensor to plug, which is right under here on this one, or you can use the, what was it called from AutoZone there? I have in my other videos, the pipe plug. And just slides right in, blocks that. Have your sensor out here so it's reading the air again, and she will cook. So that is it. Pretty simple stock build. Again, these Cruisers, I think they're tough. They're hard in the back. Just got to keep the front wheels clean, like on anything. Going to try to do that again. My passenger side, I think, is a little bit more of a concern. Going to try to keep that away from guys, which again, you don't really want to take door shots or side shots anyways. So we're going to try to keep that clean, but we're hopeful. Bit of a roll of the dice. I stopped doing this after last year. I rolled the dice with a car at the Crawford Fair that had a transmission issue and it didn't work out. So this one could just be a one-hit wonder, and whatever is slightly bent, which again I can't see. It's not the tie rod, it's not the CV shafts. They all look good. So I don't know what was bent when that guy kind of side-swiped the guardrail on each side and bent the wheels a little too. But she runs great. Hoping to have some fun, keep the back end of the pit, fly around, and we'll see how she does. So 2002 PT Cruiser. We'll see how we end up.